swag of a prize fighter. The antithesis of a firefighter. Arsonist, I'm a fire rider. Instant flame like a firelighter. So special with shows, I live out my flows. Can't walk in my shoes, can't purchase my clothes. Ice in my veins, but I never froze. Picture perfect, but I never pose. As a juvenile, I knew I bounced back. Got rated, had a plan to get my ounce back. Use cheese as bait, that's a mousetrap. Let me to the right person to pounce at. They selling dreams, I'm pulling receipts. Full force, we can't be beat. Got a dirty mouth, but the flow so neat. Keep your 2 cents, talk is cheap.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Oscar and Bernard Hopkins are no-show for Ryan's post-fight press conference. So at the post-fight press conference, people noticed that Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins were absent after being present at all the other promotional events. Let's take a look. As you can see, this is the post-fight press conference, and you see there's no Oscar and there's no Bernard Hopkins. And the other guy is Ryan's dad, who's cut off the camera at this moment. But at no point in time do you see that's Ryan's dad, Oscar or BHop at the post-fight press conference. So I'm turning over to the TBO. TV's not even on the screen. Guess I gotta turn over to you, G. Oh, TV back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Stop playing with me. I was just taking his son. But I get it. I see what it is. Ryan and Oscar had a falling out, but let's not ignore that didn't happen. But I feel this whole situation it's just like a disaster in itself. Like Ryan was with Canelo. He was with Oscar. He was with a lot of good fighters that was trying to mold him into his what he needs to be. And then Ryan got a little cocky, he was feeling himself. He needed to know what he needed to do to be that fighter. And after Tank, I just want to say this. After Tank, he learns he's not that guy. He changed fighters. He changed trainer. Everything's in that nature. And I feel...
Andy Ruiz, you good?
I'm just trying to get my like this moment right together. Like I want to make sure it's perfect. I feel like Ryan... He's young. Ryan's a young fighter. He got overwhelmed with everything going on with him, and he didn't want to live up to expectations of everybody else. But it is what it is at this point. But
IG.
Yeah, I think there were no shows because I think they're done with him. I think they're probably gonna let him out of his contract. You gotta think about it. The Zone. Golden Boy signed. They have a partnership with the Zone. They need faces of boxing. If Ryan could have pulled it off and beat Tank, that'd have been huge for the Zone, for the Zone Matchroom. But it didn't happen. And it makes me wonder, did Oscar even really want this fight at this moment? I don't think they did, But Ryan was adamant about this fight, even against the wishes of BHop and Oscar. And so they probably was like, all right, we'll let this happen, but you better win. And he dropped the ball, they'll probably embarrassed. And they're like, yo, we can't support this, man, And, not to mention, too, they were talking big crap, talking about betting purses and all of that. That's kind of wild. So, Oscar's probably like, I'd be damned if I have to listen to these kids talk about their money and cash apping each other. I'm not going, So I just think they're probably getting rid of Ryan, and this is just the way of showing Ryan, yeah, we done with you, bro. You dead to us,
I said going in that this could potentially be Golden Boy cashing out on Ryan Garcia, mainly because Ryan at one point was at odds with Oscar De La Hoya, and he was going around saying how he wanted to make his own fights and he wanted to make the big fights, and they had an issue, but they were able to reconcile and work through it. And so they made the Gervonta Tank Davis fight. People keep talking about the rehydration clause and all this, but that's something that was agreed to by Ryan Garcia and his team. And Oscar De La Hoya fought Manny Pacquiao at a catchweight. And I don't know if people remember that. Actually, I may try to look it up. But Oscar De La Hoya, yes. Yeah, and like when I saw that, I was like, wow, there's no way he's going to be able to perform during the fight. And he looked like he could barely throw a punch. And so he has experience with that. So you would think someone who's gone through that would try to prevent Ryan from experiencing the same thing, but that's not necessarily what happened. I mean, granted, it wasn't as bad. All right, hold on a second. I think I have the weigh-in. I want to pull it up and show everyone, just in case there are people who weren't watching the sport back then. I don't recall. I just remember this was like one of the worst weigh-ins that I ever seen, like in terms of someone. Sorry, look here. So that's Manny. That's Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. You see him. And that's Oscar taking his shirt off.
He gave him everything he had.
Look at Oscar. Look at Oscar. Like, come on now. I just remember seeing this.
Crazy.
And so let me just, go watch that fight. See how Oscar had no energy. So for everyone telling me, oh, there was no rehydration clause, look at how that man killed himself. Nobody holds that against Manny. But anyways, and I'm not saying anyone should, because Oscar's a grown man. And he knew what he was doing. And he thought he could make that weight and still beat Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. And he found out early that was a huge mistake. And Manny's great. Manny went on to accomplish great things. So that's no knock on Manny. That's mostly me pointing out this rehydration clause stuff needs to just go away. But also, as Oscar De La Hoya is someone who's experienced rehydration clauses, and so I'm not rehydration clauses, but catch weights, and understands rehydration, why would he allow Ryan to go through something that was going to, ruin his career or hurt his performance, right? So part of it, when I'm hearing it, I'm like, okay, so if this really is an issue, or if this really is something that can hurt Ryan's performance, why would Oscar go through with it? Unless Oscar was ready to cash out anyway. Mm-hmm. So I think Oscar was like, yo, if he wins, great, it's good for me. And if he loses, great, it's good for me. Like, either way, I'm getting paid. And so them not showing up at the press conference or the post-fight press conference for me is kind of like, makes me lean more towards the side of they cashed out on Ryan. Because if they were still trying to do business with him, they would have been at the post-fight press conference. Let's say he would have won that fight. They would have been there. They would have been there like, Ryan, golden boy, baby, remember us? But they weren't there. And to me, that's a sign that it probably was a cash out. And maybe they'll still be willing to do business with him. But I think realistically, they probably feel like Ryan is a mediocre talent and he would lose to all the big dogs. And the way Gervonta was able to see all of Ryan's punches and was able to avoid them, I think Devin would do the same. I think Vasily would do the same. It's a tough role for Ryan Garcia at the top, and I think Golden Boy's probably trying to evaluate what they do with him. But as far as him being a priority, let's just say Virgil Ortiz Jr. definitely shot up and moved up.
Yeah, and they said Ryan already said that he's going up to 140 after this loss. So
yeah, he's been at 140 the last two. Go ahead, Nate.
I feel like Ryan didn't take his career seriously. He doesn't take his career seriously Because it's like I seen YouTube videos where he's like chilling with a bunch of like fans and things of that nature, which is nothing wrong with that. But it's like, are you focused on boxing or you like your popularity? And I feel like Ryan cares about his
Because you see
popularity
him
more than boxing.
with fans.
Yes. I'll send you the footage. I'll send you the clips, everything, the vlogs, whatever they got on YouTube, whatever.
This guy's crazy.
But Ryan hangs out with a lot of people. Like, for instance, before the fight happened, he bet his whole bag against Tank on YouTube. He did it on a live stream or whatever, but it ended up on YouTube. That's where I seen it. But he bet his whole purse. And it's like, do you care about being a boxer or do you care about your popularity? I feel it's like for Ryan, it's about popularity. So do you not hear what I'm saying? He cares about his popularity more than being a boxer. And then like being a boxer is more about like, you gotta go to a fight. You gotta be in the ring. You gotta like move out the way. You gotta like win. But for Ryan, like when he took that knee last night, it was like he doesn't want it like he wants it. Like he could talk like, all right, no. Here's a perfect example.
There's another Andy Ruiz over it.
He was like, I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm this. He was doing this. He was doing the little thing with Mike Tyson on his podcast. I'm like, Ryan, if you're really that guy, then prove you that guy. Fight the fighters. He fought Tank and he took a kneel. He kneeled down. He didn't get back up. He kneeled down. Muhammad Ali would never kneel down. He'll get right back up.
Muhammad Ali?
Huh?
You said Muhammad Ali?
Muhammad Ali. Oh my goodness, yo. Come on, I'm speaking a little too fast. Muhammad Ali would never kneel down. Ryan kneeled down when he was talking about he's Muhammad Ali. He was wearing a bow tie. We could pull up the clips. It's on the internet.
No, I seen it.
He was doing all this fancy stuff, but he never like proved himself. Like, so Ryan.
So you're saying a boxer can't be a showman, essentially?
You can, but you gotta back it up. That's all. Back it up.
Bruh, he fought arguably the best man in the division. Like he fell short, bruh. Like
I guess one of the things of the critiques that you had of Ryan that I guess I feel wasn't fair was that he made a video with some fans, and all fighters do that. I mean, unless you can say he didn't train, like, and I don't think that him spending time with his fans is evidence of him not training because they're 24 hours in a day. And you can go to the gym and maybe it was an off day. You also can't train every day. You have to allow your body to rest, especially as a fighter. If you have a sparring day, you gotta rest. Like you have to let your body recover. So it would be like a light day. It's also like football. If you play and you have like a day where you're having contact drills, you usually take it easy the next day. It's kind of like you don't go full contact every day. Like even hitting the bag every day can be too much. Like, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I think all your other.
In other words, Nay, you a hater, bro. Relax.
No, I'm not.
I'm just saying all your other.
Hold on. Let me clear things up because I'm not G. And when it comes to this segment, when it comes to this show, I'm not G. I love fighting. I love boxing. But all I'm saying is, Ryan, I'm gonna send y'all the clips, and when you review for yourselves, y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Ryan was.
How about you just articulate yourself out here? How about you just?
He was acting like he was the best fighter in the division, and when it came down to,
because he believed in himself.
When it came down to it all, he failed, and.
Okay, it happens all the time. You know what I mean? Dudes swear to goodness. Look, Caleb Plant literally swore he was going to knock out Benavidez, bro. What are we talking about?
I guess my
Kaden, don't get into this.
You're not in it because you just muted yourself.
This guy's a clown, son. Like what? Yo, now you won, y'all.
No. G, go ahead. Come on. I'm taking on all the critique. Come on. All the abuse you want to say. Come on. Send
Nah,
it on.
it's all good, bro. You got this.
Yo.
All right, then it's all good. Let me say this. G, you hold fighters to different standards. Every fighter has to fight a different way you want him to fight. But it's like Ryan didn't live up to what he said he was.
Sport.
No. If Ryan compared himself to Muhammad Ali, and he didn't live up to that. He didn't show that against Tank. He fell down.
He took one L. Muhammad Ali has 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Listen to
No,
this, yo.
No, it's not. I'm not comparing. I'm not saying Ryan is Muhammad Ali. Ryan compared himself to Muhammad Ali, but he didn't deliver.
So
I'm saying he got
1 L.
down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Again,
Against like arguably the greatest one in the division.
No,
Oh,
he's not the greatest one in the division. I feel Tank is.
That's what I just said. Listen to what I just said. He lost to arguably the greatest guy in the division. What are you talking about? Yo, Ned, you hear yourself when you make your
No.
Review this tape, Ned. You're gonna see that I'm trying to help you out here. All right, for real. Like, Ned, I think what you're saying is you're listing things that you didn't like about Ryan as a fighter, but I don't think you can take those things and draw the conclusion that Ryan Garcia didn't take boxing seriously. I think that's where you're taking a huge leap. Like, you can say that you questioned him when you saw how much he loved the spotlight, when you saw how much he hung out with fans, when you saw all that. I can respect all that. So I get that. That's when you question his dedication to the sport.
Yeah.
But you can't just flat out draw the conclusion that he didn't take the sport seriously. That's where the issue.
I give you that. Thank you. That's why I fell short. But I still feel Ryan, take some time. I'm not saying this after this comment. I'm just saying, Ryan, take some time, get yourself together, and figure out what you want. Because is it fame or is it boxing? Do you want to be a legend, or do you want to be I lost the word. Influencer, yes. Do you want to be an influencer? Well, Ryan, you're more than capable of doing whatever you want in this life. So do it.
And you heard it here. All right. So please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you can listen to our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.